That's good.
The scripture tells us, if a man does not work, what don't eat? He will not eat. He says, so if you're not going to work, I'm not going to feed you.
Yeah.
He says, and let me just tell you this, hell is a whole lot worse than what I have right here on this earth.
Yes.
And I said, yes, Lord. So I was praying, and then it said in verse 7, it says, and some fell among thorns. And the thorns sprang up with it, and it choked it right out. And I said, okay, Lord, what are you trying to tell me? What kind of a crowd do you run around with?
Yeah. Come on.
What kind of attitude do you have? Those are the thorns that you're growing around, and they're going to choke you out. Have you ever been around people who are like, Sister so-and-so can really sing, can't you? Yeah, she really is good. I hate Sister so-and-so singing. She sings really good. Yeah, she does. She sings. Whoever you're with, that's what you are.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yes, yes. He said, that's the thorns that you're among. I told you to come out from among the thorns. I told you that they're going to choke you to death. But yet your attitude does not show me that you want me, that you even care, that you're fixing to be choked out. What kind of an attitude do you have toward me, toward your people, more importantly, toward a sinner?
Come on. Come on.
Melissa, we were driving here today, and as most of you know, we almost had an accident. I'm like Sister Michelle, and I made the comment in the car to Melissa. I said, well, I don't know if the Lord's trying to tell me don't go, or if the devil's saying, yeah, I don't want you to go. One of them was trying to tell me not to do something, but I'm not sure which one of them it was. But all I know is we almost got hit in an accident, and this lady pulled out, and whoo, praise God that I was calm and didn't scream and yell, and Melissa was over there saying, Jesus, oh my God, Jesus, oh my God. And I'm like, okay, you've got to stay in control. So I was putting on the brakes and turning the steering wheel toward the curb, and I said, dear God, either I hit the curb or I hit the tree or I hit something, but please don't let me hit the lady, hit us, because I have children in the car. And Melissa says, oh, Mama, that makes me so mad, blow your horn. I told her, I said, I don't have time to think about a horn. I could only think about getting out of the way. And then as we were driving here, I was praying silently. She couldn't hear me because she was over there still, bless her heart, shook up over the incident of it all. And I was like, okay. So I'm driving down the road and I'm just praying and I'm saying, Lord, please take care of that lady. I don't know if she was a Christian or not a Christian.
That's right.
Lord, I don't know her life. I know had we all died in that accident where we would have went. But Lord, I don't know about her. Please, dear God, let this have some kind of impact upon her life. If she's not saved, then save her.
Yes.
Lord, if she is saved, then Lord, you bring peace to her, because I realize and I do believe she knows what she did. So Lord, you comfort her. I'm okay, dear God. But that's our problem with being in with the thorns. We think about us too much.
Yes, amen.
What's in it for me? What can I do? Well, Sister so-and-so, she sings, but I can sing a whole lot better. She can't carry a tune in a bucket. Why do you have her up there? Well, where do you think her roots are?
Right.
Maybe her ground, her solid foundation's a little bit better than yours, or a little bit better than mine. I don't want to get choked out. Sister Michelle works with me in the call center, and she can tell you how it is. Let me tell you, people, I don't talk on the phone. I hate to anymore. I have to talk to on the call center 24/7. And you call in, and I'm sorry, but it's redundant. The doctor's office will be open in 25 minutes. The doctor's office will be open in 15 minutes. Please call in. They go to lunch every day at this time. And please call back. Yes. It's redundant. Not that I don't like my job, but it's redundant. And so when I get home, no, I don't call people. And I don't talk very often on the phone because I get tired of saying they'll be back in 15 minutes. Maybe that's wrong. That's a bad attitude. And I know I will talk if I have
beat that kid.
Yeah. Come on.
Did you even pray at supper time? Do you even go to church? But oh my, let's not talk about the Lord at work. We're forbidden to do that, aren't we? We're forbidden to bring up the house of the Lord or about Jesus' love. Why? Because it's a two-way or a two-way street. If they can talk about their dirty stuff, why can't I talk about the Lord? But no, we can't do that, can we? But here we are. We're in the thorns of life. You sit among thorns. Roses have thorns and they're the prettiest thing there ever was. And I have beautiful roses at my house and I love them. But when I go to pluck one, I sure get pricked if I'm not careful. Well, that's what's going to happen when you're in the thorns. You're going to get pricked. You're going to get choked. You're going to get strangled.
Yes. Come on.
So here you are. Now you're among the thorns. First of all, you didn't get water. Now you're among the thorns. We're in danger, aren't we?
Yes.
We have a bad attitude. Not just toward work. We have a bad attitude toward each other. Church, and I don't mean to lash out at anybody, but church people sometimes are the worst in the whole
Yep.
wide world.
Yes.
They'll cut you down.
You're supposed to come to church to be encouraged, and yet you get knocked down. I want to tell you, I know Sister Michelle's probably like I am, and Sister Melissa, I'm sure, is getting there. She's younger at being a pastor's wife than Sister Michelle and I are, or even being a minister's wife. And any of you, if you've been a minister's wife or are a minister's wife, let me just tell you something. It gets kind of hard because you hear the same sermon all your life from the man who's preaching behind the pulpit. It's encouraging to you at times, but you eat the same meat sometimes. So when you go home, you have to ask him, honey, can we have a little bit more word? Or honey, how about this? Or honey, how about that? You see, ministers don't understand sometimes, and I'm not picking on them. I can pick on mine. I'll pick on mine. I tell my husband sometimes, honey, you can feed the flock, but your wife is starving to death. Now, it goes also that way with husbands at home. How many of you have husbands that treat the whole wide world a whole lot better than they treat you?
Yeah.
I can't say that.
Yeah.
I
They
can't
do.
say that.
They're so sweet. You can. That's the nicest thing. And sorry, brother, are you back there? I'm sorry about that.
I can't.
Said she can't say that.
I can't say that. I'm blessed.
But
Even when he
we
was
have
lost, he
husbands
was
that are
good.
really nice to the people out there. They're sweet. I'll do anything for you. Honey, the water heater's broke. Okay. Sister, so-and-so
He's
calls
already
up.
fixed it by the
Brother,
time I
my
know
yard
it's
needs
broke.
milk. Be right there.